What did you say last night?
11th inning. That was it. Yeah, that was enough.
You've had to rally your team after tough losses, obviously, and in big moments. What have you found to be the key in your career? Obviously, Schneider in that spot today.
Well, I mean that's a tough one. Like they play again tonight, and it's like, you know, get to bed late. It's a long haul. Use a lot of pitchers, so I mean tonight, for me, I think they just keep doing the same things they're doing. Like I don't think they get away from what they've been doing. They've been successful, and the game's right there, right? One play here or there, and it's a different ball game. They win the game.
What do you like about putting Carlo with OEL and the different defense pairs that you've got going?
Well, I go back to last year. Riley and Myers were good together. They played a stretch of games together, and just for me, there's familiarity with Benoit and McCabe too, so that's kind of how that worked out.
Is William good to go? What's his?
That's a game time decision again. Yeah.
Same with Yarny? Or?
Yeah, Yarny he probably won't be going tonight. Like he's out in the ice now, seeing how it feels. So.
With William, is it just a feel thing? Like he takes a skate and then he just tells you like I'm good, or is it kind of like a consultation with staff just to kind of see how he handles like the warm up like that?
Yeah, I think it depends on a couple things. I really don't want to get too detailed into it, but there's a couple areas where he needs to feel right, and like it's hard for him to know until it's game time out and warm up and how he feels and how he's doing certain things. That's the decision that's going to be made.
What stands out to you about Calgary?
Well, nothing's changed over the last couple of years, in my opinion, with this team. Like they're obviously a hard-working team. They compete extremely well, and they do create a lot of odd man rushes. This team, they do things quickly, and again, for me, our team, we got to focus on our game. We got to focus on our rush defense tonight. But in my opinion, let's get to their blue line tonight. Like for me, let's work that blue line. Let's get pucks deep. Let's get on the forecheck. Let's make it that type of game. Let's make it a difficult game. And then their goalie's been extremely good over the last couple of years. We're going to have to compete to put the puck in the net.
They have a lot of Toronto guys, obviously, when they only come in here once a year. Is that?
Well, they're fired up for sure. Like any team with Toronto guys, we always got a team that's ready to play here in Toronto for sure.
Your defense, but personnel is the same. So why do you think the rush defense has been a bit of a challenge for you?
I think it was more of Reed's up ice in the offensive zone with pinching and things like that, but also our F3 and just not structured enough. Like kind of diving in, getting caught, and teams are getting by us, and so you kind of get caught in between a little bit. So that's where I see it happening.
What do guys like Robertson and McMahon have to do to hold down a spot alongside Matthews?
Well, use their speed, right? That's why that line's together. It's a fast line. They got a lot of speed, and they're very direct. And I think, that's what they need to do. Like, use their speed. They want to play a territorial game in the offensive zone with Matthews, and Austin's obviously a very good 200-foot player that can do a lot of different things. But I just like the speed on the line, getting the puck up the ice and getting in the offensive zone. So they got a lot of speed. Use their speed and be direct. Like I don't change how you are as a player because you're playing with Austin Matthews. Like, shoot the puck when you got a chance to shoot the puck. And I like the line. That's a working line, in my opinion, with skill,
Craig, Nazem Kadri's about to hit 1,000 games pretty soon here. What have you observed of him over the years in the league?
Yeah, very good player. Adds a lot of elements to a team. he's the type of guy that you kind of never know what you're going to get. Like sometimes, I remember we're playing him in the playoffs in Colorado with St. Louis, and he had a huge hit on Falk. I know he got suspended for it, but he's capable of that kind of thing, that stuff. But he also is a very good player. He could score goals, make plays. He's a gamer. He's a hockey player, is the way I put it. Like he plays. He just goes out and plays. Very competitive guy. He's had a great career.
What do you remember about the day you were traded here to Calgary? Do you ever boast to people you were involved in a trade for Doug Gilmour?
Yeah. Well, I was upset at the time because I really liked Toronto, and things were going well for me here. I know the team was different then and we weren't very good, and they had to do something. So you get Doug Gilmour, doesn't matter who you're trading back, does it? It was tough. I mean, like I said, I loved it here and loved playing here. Yeah.
How would you assess Max Domi season so far?
Up and down, I think up and down. Missed a lot of camp. Missed camp, some of camp. That always hurts a guy a little bit. Just kind of not fully healthy, in my opinion.
Where are you most excited about with what your team's done so far? What area of the game are you comfortable with right now?
I think we have scored goals. We've scored enough goals to win more games than we've won. And I like how we're starting to get some secondary scoring here with some guys, and the new guys coming in, I think, are feeling more comfortable and starting to, just understand what we need from them and their roles. I'm excited about that. But we're still not firing on all cylinders yet, either defensively or just our identity of how we want to play. The last 2 games, more of our identity. We were way more direct. We were more physical on how we want to play. So we just got to keep working at it. I think, we got to keep improving for sure.